Hey everybody, welcome to Enliven Wellness. So I am doing a dry fast today for the first time, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about why and some of the possible benefits. So I usually do a water fast every Sunday just to give my whole system a break. And I've been doing this practice for almost 3 years now, and I really do love it. And I do find a big benefit with it every week. It can be, some weeks can be harder than others, but I definitely have, worked my body up to doing an over a 24-hour water fast every week. But I decided to try a dry fast because I've been hearing about a dry fast. And now, what is a dry fast? Well, it sounds exactly like it is, where you have no food or water for 24 hours. And I'm if you guys are my regular followers, like I am hobbling just a little bit because I have a hurt hip. So sorry if I'm looking like I'm walking a little bit like nyeh. Anyway. But so why do a dry fast? Now, I had heard about this and I was like, well, I don't know, like, don't we have to have water? And like, isn't it really important to drink water all the time? And the more I started hearing about dry fasting, I was like, well, actually that makes sense. And I'll tell you why. So when you are doing a dry fast, your body is forced to not only try to pull nutrients from your cells, but also water from your cells. So what this can do, and like some of the benefits of this happening, is that it creates when your body is forced to pull water from the cells, then it's really pulling tons of toxins from your cells, and your body stops, like, you're not necessarily eliminating toxins in the typical fashion of sweat and urine and defecation. Your body is actually like going inside your cells and essentially like blasting out the toxins and incinerating them from the inside out, which is pretty interesting to me. Now, some of you might be like, that's really dangerous, and like you're supposed to be eliminating them in the other ways. And of course, yes, we need to be eliminating our toxins through those typical pathways, but this is just another way of eliminating toxins at a deeper level. Also, some of the benefits of dry fasting can also include it'll really lower your inflammation, and it lowers inflammatory markers like TNF alpha, IL-6. There's different inflammation markers that dry fasting actually does lower at a very high level, so it really lowers inflammation in your body. Also, dry fasting and fasting in general, but dry fasting especially, increases something in your body called BDNF, which is brain-derived neurotropic factor. Brain-derived neurotropic factor is what it helps with is it increases your memory, okay? And it also increases the plasticity of your brain, aka your brain's ability to rewire itself. So you want to have higher levels of BDNF in your brain in order to have a really healthy brain. And right now I feel really, really sharp. And it's about 3 o'clock and I haven't had anything to drink since last night at about 11. I had a tiny bit of water this morning, and like a teaspoon or 2 teaspoons of ghee before I started the actual fast. So I haven't had anything to eat or drink since then. And I'm feeling very clear-minded, and this could explain why I have really high levels of BDNF floating through my brain. Now also, like, dry fasting and fasting in general helps balance your blood sugar, and it also helps like level out cholesterol levels. Now, this is some of the specific benefits of dry fasting I'm still learning about, and I will report on those probably later in a different video. But what I'm coming to understand that the dry fasting does is that it really enhances the positive effects of fasting. That's like just one of the main benefits of dry fasting, because you're not taking in anything, no water, no food. And this can also it increases something in your body called apoptosis, which is cell death. And your body will go in and eliminate a bunch of dead cells. It goes in and all these dead cells get eliminated from the body, which then opens up space for new cells to take over, new healthy cells. And they've also shown that fasting, and especially dry fasting, increase stem cell production in your body. Stem cells are responsible for rejuvenation and like rebuilding your tissues. It's super, super amazing, and those decrease as we age. And that's why there's a lot of like age-related degeneration that can happen. So dry fasting really, really, really increases your body's stem cell pool, I should say. So I'm sitting here right now and I'm like, I've got new stem cells that are regenerating in my body and I'm eliminating a bunch of dead cells. You know, it's a really fascinating practice, this dry fasting. Now, I think that this can be really beneficial for people who have chronic illness because we've got so much inflammation, that it can be really, I mean, that's the whole nature of this whole chronic inflammatory response thing, and like Lyme and mold, it's about the inflammation. So anything that lowers inflammation is super good. I mean, we don't want too low. I mean, we want a healthy balance of inflammation, I should say, but things that lower inflammation are super positive. Plus, you know, if it's going to, dry fasting increases your immunity. It really increases your immune system capacity. So that's another benefit. And we also tend to have like, you know, neurological inflammation as well as like cognitive issues and like a lot of brain pain, I should say. And with this increased BDNF, you're helping your brain's ability to heal and detoxify, which is really cool. Now, I know that a lot of people out there who are suffering from these conditions are very frail and lean and like very underweight. So I'm not necessarily advocating dry fasting for people who are severely underweight. You would need to do that very safely. But you know, I used to do I used to do water fasting even when I was underweight. But I would do a lot of mineral repletion while I was doing that. I also, different approaches for different people at different times for sure. I'm in a place now, like health-wise, where I feel very stable, and I don't feel like I'm not where I used to be, and so I feel like I'm able to handle this dry fast a bit more better, you should say, very technical speak. And but so just for those of you out there who are underweight, it's not like I'm advocating this for you. You need to take a more like a carefuler approach, but it's something that you could possibly consider if you're doing it under a very, very supervised conditions. So this is just my little spiel about like the benefits of dry fasting. I'm gonna learn more about it because I think it actually creates structured water in your body, if I've heard that correctly. Please comment if that's something that you've heard about. But anyway, so I'm going to share my journey on this whole dry fasting experience, and I'm going to make little clips throughout the day. I already have some, and so you'll see kind of my progress throughout the day as to how I'm feeling and how I'm doing. I did cave and have a little bit of gum. I had some gum, and I had a little bit of a probiotic powder because the gum got too sweet. I just put a little bit of probiotic powder on my tongue to get rid of the sweet taste. But other than that, I haven't had anything, and I'm feeling really, really good. I'm about to go do a bunch of homework for my master's. And anyway, yeah, and of course, if you're interested in like more tips and tricks and like how to get better and how to heal, please email me at tgirly7@gmail.com. And also check out my website, enliven-wellness.com. And this is my passion, is helping you all like super, super become resilient, become a cockroach, become super resilient, so that you don't get affected by all of these toxins and all this mess, and you know, that you can heal and that you can get better. You don't have to be reactive the rest of your life, and you can like think clearly and be able to just get better and just to thrive. So email me if you're interested in getting to where, I mean, I was so sick, y'all, and I won't go off on a spiel right now. I was so sick. I'm not there anymore. Not there. Pretty much, like I would say like 85 to 100% symptom free at this point, which is amazing. And you can get there too. So anyway, make sure you stay tuned to the rest of this video so you can see my updates throughout the day. And then for a little bit of a closing at the end. So yes, all right, back to the video. Tune in just a second. Okay, bye. Hey everybody, welcome to Enliven Wellness. My name is Tessa, and I'm really excited to share with you my experience attempting a dry fast today. So I'm going to try a dry fast, and I don't know how it's going to go. I've never done one before. I've done water fasting, but I've never done dry fasting. And I just had a little teaspoon of ghee, and I am going to probably have just a little bit of a probiotic, and then I'm going to try to go as much as I can without any water for like 24 hours. So let's see how this goes. I will give you updates as they go, and I will also talk a little bit about the benefits of dry fasting here in another clip. But yes, you're with me bright and early on a Sunday morning. I'm going to try this dry fasting thing. let's see how it works out. And I just, yeah, so, all right, wish me luck. Okay, bye. Hey, everybody, so welcome back. So I am on about it's 11, and I started my dry fast just a little while ago. I'm actually really cold, which I know is probably like mineral depletion. And again, like I know that, I mean, I don't know. I'm feeling like I definitely am like, okay, I have oral fixation. Like that's for sure. Like I definitely, and I know this sounds really weird, but like I just want to put something like in my mouth. Like I want gum, or I want to drink something, or I want to like chew on something. Like there's something there. And I know that that's like, you can get into all the psychological stuff around whatever, you want to say about oral fixation, like whatever. I'm just being totally vulnerable and open and honest about my experience right now with this whole dry fast. So yeah, dry fasting is where you don't take anything in for a period of time, and I'm doing this for 24 hours, or I'm gonna try for as long as I can, and just see like if I cave, if I like have to end up having something to drink. Hey everybody, welcome back. So I am at about hour. I haven't had anything to drink or eat for since yesterday. Well, I haven't had anything to drink since last night, but I haven't had anything to eat since yesterday at about 3. I did cave and have a little bit of gum, xylitol. I had some gum, I have to admit, and I had a little bit of probiotic powder because the gum just got too sweet. But I guess, what am I feeling so far? Earlier on, I felt a little bit cold. And I know that that's because of like a mineral depletion, but now my body's starting to heat up, whether or not that's from cortisol or that's from like thyroid. I'm not totally sure. Or like just my metabolism shooting up. I'm not quite sure like what that could be about. But yeah, I'm feeling really sharp. My stomach's been making some interesting noises. I'm sorry, I'm getting up kind of slow. If any of you are my regular followers, you know my hip is a little bit injured at the moment. But I'm feeling really sharp, very clear, not hungry. My stomach is making some interesting kind of gurgling noises. So I'm wondering if like, I don't know, like who knows what's going on down there. I'm cleansing something out. Who knows really what's going on? But I gotta say the dry fasting is pretty legit. I do water fasting every Sunday normally, but this is my first ever attempt at a dry fast, because there's a couple of my viewers were like, well, maybe you should try a dry fast. So I was like, well, try a dry fast. And I'm reporting back on it to you. And so far, so good. Again, I was kind of like, oh my God, like, I don't know if I can do this. Is this gonna be good for me? I'm gonna look up more of the benefits and like report on that as well in another little segment here. But so far I'm on, I haven't had anything to drink since last night at about 11. So it's been a while, since it's been over 12 hours since I've had anything to drink, any liquids. Wait, I took a little bit of turmeric this morning with like this much water. Scratch that. So let's see how that goes. Anyway, this is me reporting back at about 2:35 p.m. on the dry fast experiment. And again, I'm going to look up some of the benefits, and I shall report back to you a little bit later. All right, thanks so much. I hope that this is helpful for some of you out there to see what it is like to do a dry fast. And I do believe in the benefits so far. I am feeling very cleansed out, and I feel very clear. After that initial, I just had that initial kind of like feeling cold, but that's gone. I feel very warm now. And you might be saying, well, because you're wearing a sweatshirt. No, I feel really warm. So anyway, all right, and it's doing some good stuff for my skin. So this is cool. Cool. Dry fasting. We got some dry fasting going on. You're probably like, do I want to try to dry fast? Why would you dry fast? I'm gonna find out, and I will report back later. All right, thanks, bye. Hey everybody, I'm finishing up my dry fast, and I just wanted to give a quick little update as to how it went, and like what I experienced, and like, I felt like, let's see. So it felt really, really, really intense early on. I got a little bit cold. I got a little bit cold in the morning, and then suddenly I heated up. My body really heated up, and I started to have a lot of just energy and clarity. And I actually felt less depleted doing the dry fast than I have in the past doing water fasts. So I felt really energized, and I felt very cognizant, and I didn't feel hungry, and I felt like it's good. You know, this is really good. And let's see, I took my first drink of water at about 9. I did cave and have a teaspoon of ghee because I was feeling a little bit anxious because I ate too much gum. I had like a little bit too much gum today, and I don't think that sat well in my system. I just don't think that sat well in my system at all. So I was like, I have to get this taste out of my mouth. And I'm feeling a little chaotic, so I'm going to go ahead and take my ghee and I had put a teaspoon on my tongue, and I felt calmer. And so I did that, but I did like a full, I did not drink any liquids for almost 22 hours. So, didn't take any supplements. I took turmeric this morning because I have a injured hip. Like, I took it way early this morning. And then so I took the turmeric, and then I put a little bit of probiotics on my tongue to get rid of the gum taste earlier on. But like the dry fast, I'm gonna do like a full legit dry fast, I think next Sunday, and I will document that as well. But this is my first attempt at like a dry fast. Again, I fast usually with water every week, but I've never done a dry fast. So this is my experience, and it's been really awesome. Again, I definitely see the benefits of it. I don't feel as depleted as I usually do with a water fast. So isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? So anyway, I hope this video was helpful. If you would like one-on-one coaching with me, and you'd like to learn new ways to take your health to the next level, email me at tgirly7@gmail.com. Also check out my website, enliven-wellness.com. We will get together, and it's awesome. And also follow me on the social media. Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment to these videos. I love this channel, and I love this message, and you're in the right place. You're looking for hope. This is the channel that is going to help you realize your dreams again. Okay, like, that's my goal, is to help you realize your dreams again. So just keep that in mind. All right, well, thank you everyone for being here, and have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your evening or day, and we will talk soon, and I'll give another update. I'm going to try another whole water dry fast next Sunday, so we'll see. All right, bye.